Prague has been under construction for as long as most of us can remember. Scaffolding, detours, orange barriers and those cheerful little signs promising something amazing is coming up soon. Metro D 2031, Airport Rail 2030. You get the idea. But here's the thing, 2026 is actually different. This year, projects are genuinely finishing. Real infrastructure you'll actually see, and all the promises from random projects you've been following for years are here. So today we're looking at 5 projects that are nearly done and scheduled to open in 2026. The dates are as confirmed as anything ever in Prague, which still means we stay a little skeptical, but these are real completions. Projects that will change how you move around the city and how certain neighborhoods look like. Alright, first up is the project I'm literally standing next to, Dvorecký most, the new bridge connecting Smíchov and Podolí. Opening in March 2026, it started back all in 2019. So yes, 7 years to build the bridge. But it's almost finished. The structure is complete. Tram tracks are in place and you can actually see it. It actually exists and is no longer just rendering. It's 250 meters long and the best part, no cars. Zero. Only trams, buses, cyclists and pedestrians. Tram lines 17 and 21 will run across it, giving you a direct connection from Smíchov to Podolí and further towards Pankrác without detouring through the city center. What currently requires a metro transfer or a long tram ride becomes a direct link. That's a meaningful improvement for a daily commuting. This bridge is part of Prague's tram network, connecting outer districts instead of forcing everything through the city center. If you live or work in Smíchov, Podolí or Braník, this changes your mobility. For cyclists, it creates a new river crossing without a car traffic. Property-wise, improved connectivity typically translates into stronger long-term demand. Podolí in particular becomes much less isolated. Now let's talk costs. Originally, this bridge was supposed to cost under 1 billion crowns. Today, it's almost 2 billion, roughly double the initiate estimate. So yes, the budget grew significantly over the years. Classic Prague, but at least in this case, we're actually getting a finished car-free bridge out of it. And based on the current progress, this one really looks like it's ready for a March 2026 opening. Next is Wenceslav Square. We already covered the return of trams in the previous video, so today I'll focus on what's physically completing in 2026, and that's the revitalization of the upper section near the National Museum. The tram line itself runs from 2027, but the redesign of the square finishes this year. So what's changing? 68 new trees, wider sidewalks, improved lighting, modern street lamps that integrate with tram wiring to reduce visual clutter, and completely new paving. The goal is to transform the upper part from a car-dominated transit space into a proper urban boulevard. For expats living in the upper part of Newtown or Vinohrady, this is a quality of life kind of upgrade. A more walkable, greener square directly affects how the neighborhood feels. And over time, these types of upgrades tend to support property values in the immediate surroundings. If you live or work in Vysočany, you've probably felt the impact of Českomoravská metro station being closed. The station required full modernization, accessibility upgrades, elevators, structural repairs, so it was shut down, and commuters have been relying on Kolbenova or Palmovka instead. The good news is that reopening is planned for 2026. The exact month isn't finalized yet, but reconstruction is nearing completion and operations are expected by the end of this year. This matters because Českomoravská serves as one of Prague's largest office hubs, with thousands of daily commuters, including many expats. Reopening removes a daily inconvenience and restores direct access to Line B. The building is much nicer, but this building, as Stepan guessed correctly, yes, it's a financial office. And this isn't just cosmetics. The station will reopen with full accessibility, modernized platforms, better lighting, a proper, updated metro station that fits current standards. Next is Jiřího Poděbrad Square in Vinohrady. If you live here, you know this square well. The church, the Saturday farmers market, and the cafes and the benches, and generally the nice vibe here. It's one of the real neighborhood centers in Prague. Construction started in January 2024 and the main works are scheduled to finish in 2026. Final adjustments may extend slightly beyond this period, but at this moment, not this side, but that side is mainly done, and the visible transformation should be completed this year. The renovation includes new greenery designed to handle Prague's climate, rainwater management improvements, expected space around the church, upgraded pedestrian pathways and a new playground. The goal is to modernize the square while keeping its community character. I used to live near to this square, actually on Polska Street, so I've seen how central it is to everyday life in Vinohrady. For expats, this area is one of the most desirable residential zones, walkable, central, full of local businesses, and improving the main square strengthens the identity of the entire neighborhood. The final project is different, not infrastructure, but housing. Residence blízká, translated to nearby residence, in Karlín is delivering its first phase of 135 units. It's going to be finished in second quarter 2026 and it's located near to Invalidovna metro, few hundred meters this direction, giving it a direct access to Line B. Karlín has transformed dramatically over the past decade or two. Most development sites are already built out, so new residential supply in this area is relatively rare. That makes new projects like this one quite noteworthy. What's particularly interesting is that the project is almost already sold out before completion, which is not that surprising in Prague, and at this point only a few 2KK units remain, priced around 10.5 million Czech crowns. And that says something about demand in Karlín and in Prague overall. Even in today's market, well-located new developments here are absorbed very quickly. This is not infrastructure-level impact, but for buyers or investors focused on central Prague, this highlights how limited supply is in Karlín and how strong demand remains for quality projects in established neighborhoods. As honorable mentions, a few other projects are progressing into late 2026 or early 2027. The reconstruction of Průmyslový palác at Výstaviště is nearing completion, reopening an important cultural venue. Parts of the Smíchov terminal redevelopment are also finishing in 2026, although the full transport hub transformation continues through 2030. There are also several residential projects completing across the city, relevant for buyers, but not city-shaping infrastructure in the same way as the top 5. So here's my question to you. Which of these projects are you most interested in? Which neighborhoods benefits the most? And do you think all of them will actually open in time? We track what's actually happening in Prague, not only promises about projects, but real completion. If you're buying, selling or investing in Prague, understanding what's going on is pretty important. My name is Robin, founder of Expats Finance, and see you in the next video.